Beneath the parched sands of southern Iraq, archaeologists uncovered a stone vault sealed for over 4,000 years. As the lid was pried open, one of the researchers dropped their light. Inside the chamber, half buried in silt, was a colossal sarcophagus. But it wasn't the craftsmanship that stunned them. It was what was written on the walls, a name long thought to be legend. The last Anunnaki king, Gilgamesh.
For decades, the Anunnaki were dismissed as myth, gods from ancient Sumerian tablets, imagined rulers of the heavens. But now, science may have stumbled onto their most sacred burial. The line between fact and legend is beginning to blur. It started in the ruins of Uruk, one of humanity's first cities. Satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar revealed a strange rectangular anomaly beneath the Euphrates' dried bed, precisely where ancient texts said Gilgamesh was buried. In 2003, a German-led team publicly announced, "We may have found the tomb described in the Epic of Gilgamesh." But before excavation could begin, the Iraq War broke out. The site was sealed, and with it, a potential key to human origins. Why does this matter? Because Gilgamesh wasn't just a king. He was described as two-thirds divine. His mother was a goddess. His strength was unmatched. And his quest for immortality became one of the earliest written stories in history. The Epic of Gilgamesh is more than literature. It's a map, one that may now be leading us to a forgotten truth. Fast forward 2 decades. Climate change brings water levels in Iraq to historic lows. In 2022, a receding reservoir reveals a 3,400-year-old Bronze Age city, perfectly preserved beneath the mud. Entire palaces, temples, and walls emerge untouched. Inspired by this, researchers quietly return to the anomaly in Uruk. What they find shocks them. The chamber lies beneath an ancient canal, its architecture matching descriptions from Sumerian myths, towering stone walls, resin-sealed doorways, and carvings of stars, symbols often linked to the Anunnaki. But most terrifying, the sarcophagus itself, nearly 12 feet long, and inside, reports say, were skeletal remains far larger than the average man. Whispers spread quickly. Was this the giant king of Uruk, the last of the Anunnaki bloodline? Mainstream archaeologists urge caution, citing exaggeration, misinterpretation, but the clues keep mounting. In 2023, French and Iraqi archaeologists uncover over 200 pristine cuneiform tablets in the ruins of Girsu, just 200 miles south. Some bear references to Gilgamesh, describing a divine ruler buried beneath the split waters. Another tablet hints at guardians placed at the tomb's entrance, echoes of the scorpion men who guarded the underworld in the epic. Coincidence? Or encrypted record? What truly unnerves the scientists isn't just the body, it's what's found around it. Among the artifacts, strange metallic rods with unknown etchings, a crystal disc etched with constellations no longer visible in today's night sky, and a sealed clay vessel that some claim emitted a low-frequency hum when disturbed. One researcher reportedly walked away, refusing to return. "We were never meant to find this," he said. If the Anunnaki were myth, why does so much align with these ancient stories? Could they have been exaggerated memories of an advanced ruling class? Or, as some have speculated, visitors from beyond? The theory has gained traction in recent years, especially with discoveries like the 2,000-year-old Baghdad battery, a clay jar with copper and iron components that some interpret as primitive electrical technology. Of course, extraordinary claims demand extraordinary proof, but for those standing at the tomb, the question isn't whether Gilgamesh was real. It's what else he took with him to the grave. There's another fear. That disturbing such a site might have unintended consequences. Ancient Mesopotamian cultures believed sacred tombs were not to be entered lightly. The epic itself warns of great floods, curses, and divine punishment for overreaching mortals. When King Tutankhamun's tomb was opened in Egypt, several members of the team died mysteriously. Most blamed mold and bacteria, but legend had already taken root. Here, with a king claimed to be divine, caution runs deeper. Some say the tomb should remain untouched. Others argue it's a duty to investigate, to illuminate our origins. Because if this is truly the tomb of Gilgamesh, then humanity has just rewritten its own story. The implications are staggering. A confirmed tomb would not only authenticate the earliest hero's journey, it would force us to reconsider what we think we know about gods, kings, and civilization itself. It would suggest that the line between deity and human was once thinner than we imagined. And the terrifying part? This may only be the beginning. Because according to one newly translated tablet, Gilgamesh was not the last. He was the last ruler. The others, it says, returned to the stars. The tomb is real, the name etched in stone, the bones too large to ignore, the tablets too detailed to dismiss. As excavations continue, the scientific world holds its breath. Whatever lies buried beneath Uruk has the power to unravel myths or confirm them. One thing is certain, the Anunnaki were never just a story, and now the Earth has begun to give them back. But what if the secrets of lost kings don't end in Mesopotamia? Just across the desert, beneath the ruins of ancient Egypt, researchers have uncovered a mysterious tunnel, one they believe could lead to the long-lost tomb of Cleopatra herself. What they found inside might finally rewrite the fate of Egypt's last great queen.
Said to be buried together for thousands of years, the mystery of the lost tomb of Cleopatra and Mark Antony has remained a mystery. Perhaps that is, until today. This never-before-seen tunnel has been something regarded as an engineering miracle. And while that whole thing is huge, how does all of this happen in the first place?
The discovery of Cleopatra's tomb is undeniably one of the most thrilling and mysterious achievements in archaeology. Cleopatra VII, the final ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, has fascinated people for centuries with her intelligence, political shrewdness, and her famous romances with Roman leaders Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. For ages, the location of her final resting place remained one of history's most elusive mysteries. The breakthrough in the search for Cleopatra's tomb emerged in the early 21st century. This incredible discovery was driven by Dr. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's former Minister of Antiquities, and Kathleen Martinez, a Dominican lawyer turned self-taught archaeologist with a deep passion for Cleopatra. Martinez, fueled by her admiration for Cleopatra and her extensive research of ancient texts, posited that Cleopatra and Mark Antony were buried in the temple of Taposiris Magna, near the ancient city of Alexandria. Martinez's theory was rooted in a detailed analysis of historical accounts by Plutarch and Cassius Dio, suggesting Cleopatra might have been buried in a temple dedicated to the goddess Isis. This idea contrasted with the prevailing belief that Cleopatra was interred within Alexandria itself. In 2005, Martinez obtained permission from the Egyptian authorities to commence excavations at Taposiris Magna. The excavation at Taposiris Magna was challenging. The site, located on the edge of the Libyan desert, posed significant difficulties due to its unstable structures and the complex layers of archaeological deposits. Over several years, the team uncovered notable artifacts, including coins with Cleopatra's likeness, statues, and inscriptions, all supporting the hypothesis that the site was connected to Cleopatra. A particularly intriguing aspect of this discovery was the mysterious and seemingly serendipitous nature of many findings. Key discoveries often coincided with unusual weather events like sudden sandstorms and unexpected rains, almost as if guiding the archaeologists to crucial areas. Some team members reported vivid dreams and visions of ancient rituals, which they interpreted as spiritual guidance. An especially fascinating discovery was a large, unfinished tunnel beneath the temple, leading to a series of chambers. This tunnel, carved with precise craftsmanship, suggested that the burial complex was intended for someone of extraordinary significance, possibly Cleopatra herself. Inside these chambers, the team found a hidden room containing a collection of golden artifacts and inscriptions referring to a Queen of Kings, a title often linked to Cleopatra. The initial announcement of the discovery of Cleopatra's tomb attracted immense media attention and widespread public interest. Press conferences were held, documentaries were produced, and the artifacts were meticulously catalogued and preserved. Many of these artifacts, including statues, jewelry, and coins, were exhibited in museums worldwide, drawing millions of visitors eager to learn more about Cleopatra and her era. Following the discovery, Taposiris Magna became a focal point for ongoing archaeological research. Scholars and historians collaborated to further investigate the surrounding area, uncovering additional structures and artifacts that offered more insights into the Ptolemaic period. The discovery also led to a re-evaluation of other potential burial sites across Egypt, prompting new excavations and yielding fresh historical data. The site itself transformed into a popular tourist destination, significantly boosting the local economy and fostering a deeper appreciation for Egypt's rich cultural heritage. Educational programs and public lectures spread the knowledge gained from the discovery, inspiring a new generation of archaeologists and historians. Cleopatra's tomb holds a treasure trove of unique and fascinating facts that shed light on her life and reign. One of the most remarkable aspects of Cleopatra was her linguistic prowess. She was fluent in several languages, including Egyptian, Greek, Latin, and possibly others, which allowed her to communicate effectively with various cultures and political leaders. This multilingual ability was a significant asset in her diplomatic engagements and helped her maintain strong political ties. Cleopatra's reign was characterized by a remarkable blend of Egyptian and Hellenistic cultures. She embraced Egyptian customs and religious practices, presenting herself as the reincarnation of the goddess Isis, while also maintaining strong connections to her Greek heritage. This cultural syncretism was reflected in the art, architecture, and religious ceremonies of her time, creating a unique and vibrant cultural landscape. The tomb at Taposiris Magna, believed to be Cleopatra's final resting place, is a testament to her architectural vision. The complex features intricate carvings, hidden chambers, and sophisticated tunnels, highlighting the advanced engineering and architectural skills of the period. The tomb's design and construction reflect the grandeur and sophistication that Cleopatra likely envisioned for her eternal abode. The artifacts discovered within the tomb are rich with symbolism. Golden jewelry, statues, and inscriptions reflect Cleopatra's royal status, religious beliefs, and political ambitions. These artifacts offer a glimpse into her life, her reign, and her desire to be remembered as a divine ruler. The symbols and inscriptions provide valuable insights into how Cleopatra viewed herself and how she wanted to be perceived by future generations. The discovery of hidden chambers and tunnels within the tomb complex suggests that Cleopatra may have taken great care to ensure the security and sanctity of her final resting place. These hidden features indicate a sophisticated understanding of architecture and a deep respect for the afterlife. The hidden chambers and tunnels add an element of mystery and intrigue to the tomb, highlighting the lengths to which Cleopatra went to protect her legacy. The tomb complex at Taposiris Magna is extensive, featuring a series of interconnected chambers and tunnels. The main burial chamber, believed to be the final resting place of Cleopatra, is adorned with intricate carvings and decorated with golden artifacts. The size of the tomb and its elaborate design indicate that it was intended for a person of significant importance, supporting the theory that it belongs to Cleopatra. Among the artifacts discovered were numerous statues, some depicting Cleopatra herself, others representing Egyptian gods and goddesses. The team also found a wealth of golden jewelry, including necklaces, bracelets, and rings, many of which are inscribed with hieroglyphs and symbols associated with royalty and divinity. Additionally, coins bearing Cleopatra's likeness and inscriptions were uncovered, further supporting the identification of the tomb. These artifacts not only highlight Cleopatra's royal status, but also provide a tangible connection to the historical figure, enriching our understanding of her life and reign. One of the most enduring mysteries surrounding Cleopatra is the exact circumstances of her passing. The traditional account suggests that she took herself by allowing an asp, a venomous snake, to bite her. However, some scholars propose alternative theories. Another intriguing theory is that Cleopatra's relationship with Rome was more complex than commonly portrayed. Some historians believe that her alliances with Julius Caesar and later with Mark Antony were part of a broader strategy to create a unified Greco-Roman Egyptian empire, with Alexandria as its capital. This theory suggests that Cleopatra's ambitions extended beyond Egypt, envisioning a new world order centered around her rule. The discovery of Cleopatra's tomb has also sparked speculation about a potential curse associated with disturbing her final resting place. Similar to the curse of Tutankhamun's tomb, some believe that those who enter Cleopatra's tomb may face misfortune or supernatural retribution. While there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, it adds an element of mystery and intrigue to the discovery. One of the most mysterious coincidences related to the discovery of Cleopatra's tomb is the alignment of astrological events. Researchers noted that significant breakthroughs in the excavation process often coincided with notable celestial events, such as eclipses and planetary conjunctions. Some believe that these alignments were not mere coincidences, but rather signs of divine intervention or ancient knowledge encoded in the tomb's design. Several members of the excavation team reported experiencing intuitive insights and inexplicable hunches that guided their efforts. These insights often led to significant discoveries, such as the location of hidden chambers or the interpretation of cryptic inscriptions. While these experiences cannot be scientifically explained, they add a layer of mystery to the discovery process. Cleopatra's legacy also includes her efforts to position herself as a divine ruler. She was closely associated with the goddess Isis and often depicted herself as the goddess's earthly embodiment. This association was part of her strategy to legitimize her rule and strengthen her connection with the Egyptian people. The artifacts found in her tomb, including statues and inscriptions depicting her as Isis, underscore this aspect of her reign.